All right, guys. Next thing on this dozer engine, I finally got my crankshaft back. So we're gonna take my micrometer real quick. I'm gonna check all my mains and then all of my rod bearings, and we'll see where they're at. And then as soon as I know that, I'll be able to get the new bearings ordered, and we'll put a mic on the camshaft bearing journals as well. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the way the case manual specifies to do this is to measure it, and I'm going to use these as kind of my reference points here, but you want to measure it in two separate directions to check for roundness, and then we'll measure front and back on both of those as well and check for, well, roundness, not roundness, but taper. So first one we'll take here, front side. This is a 2 to 3 inch mic, so we already know that we're at 2 inches, 863 thousandths. And this is actually a vernier mic. We can read down to the tenths if we want. That would be 4/10. That's a tenth of a thousandth of an inch. Measure this side. I'll write that down. Hang on. That one is 2 inches, 863 thousandths, and 5/10. So that's good. 5. Awesome. So 1/10 of a thousandth of an inch of taper across here. So that's nothing. Well within the spec. I believe the spec is like 4/10 or something like that. 863. 3. Eight, 6, 3, 3. Perfect. Sweet. So we are within 2/10 of a thousandth of an inch on this one. We'll go through and check all of these. That micrometer, and then I've got a different one here. Should be able to do this one. Ooh. Oh. Maybe not. 2, 3. So 1 to 2. Guess we'll just have to use this big one. It's all right. Too far. So that's going to give us 253 and 5/10. 2 inches, 253. Three, 6. Three, 6. So that's really good on that particular bearing there. It is within 1/10 of roundness and taper. So, all right. Anyway, we'll repeat that process on all of them. I'll make a time lapse out of that real quick, and we'll move on to the camshaft. I got to get it cleaned up first, and we'll measure it, see where we're at. Alrighty, there's all those. I didn't feel like writing all of them. Little spider. The entire number's out, but the first, stay with me, first 4 numbers were the same on all of them, except for the front main and rod bearing, which is kind of interesting. It was actually a little bit on the small side. Not sure why. It's interesting. Maybe some wear in their machine or something, grinding machine itself. But other than that, I think on my mains, pretty much like 2/10 of a difference. Not bad, and the same on the rods, 2 or 3/10 across the entire thing. So did a pretty good job. And I think this one, even with those being a little small, I think that's going to be all right. I think it will still be in spec once we get it put together here. So I don't think that'll be a problem. Yeah, so if you guys have never read a micrometer, obviously you got your 2 to 3 in this case, or 1 to 2 in the smaller one there. But so you had to take your 2 inches that you already know you have, and then your divisions here, it's hard to see, are in 25 thousandths of an inch, these lines. Come on, zoom in. There we go. So these are in 25 thousandths of an inch, and then this is reading in thousandths, right? So then you would add however many thousandths this reads to whatever the last line you can see is. So if it was right in the middle, or let's just take this one, right? It's above 50, so you'd add now 20, so that would be 70. And then on a vernier, you line up the one that lines up the best, which looks like it's the 2. So you see the 2 over here lines up pretty good with the 1 right there. So that would be 2 inches, 870. Well, I moved it, but so now it would be different. Now it'd be 21. Lock this up again. All right, so 2 inches, 871 thousandths, and well, right on, 0 tenths. Check that side, make sure as well. It might be just a touch off, but 0 tenths. So anyway, that's how that works for near mic. Pretty accurate, super simple. Yeah. So okay. Now we need to get that camshaft cleaned up, and then we'll be ready to mic it out as well and see where we're at there. So let me get it cleaned up, and we'll get to it. last bit of inspection I have to do. I'll make a separate video out of it, but I got to get the actual valves out of the head, and the tool that I bought to do it doesn't actually work, so I'll have to wait till I get the new one in. So still got to wait on this, but everything else is ready. Camshaft over here, crankshaft right here, clean up some of the ancillary parts, timing gear there, little guy there, and we've cleaned up all the gaskets on everything down here. So all right, we'll see you guys on the next video, which is just going to be a bunch of cleaning and getting everything ready as we get all this stuff ready to go back together. Parts are on their way, so we'll see you then.